Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. And I'm joined in the booth with the man, the myth, the legend. I got Ventus in here. Ventus, how we doing, man?
I think we're both doing pretty well, coming off of some strong wins today. I saw you beat Distortion earlier, and my team beat Phoenix earlier, one of the new expansion teams for Titan League. So I think we're both pretty happy with how today's turned out. But enough talk about us. We're not here for y'all. Aren't here for us. Well, maybe you are, but you guys are here for the matchups we have tonight. We have the Bandits taking on Hypernova. Some really good matchups. I mean, Bandits look really good. Hypernova, I think any team with Wolfey on it in the Prospect League is going to be pretty solid. Both teams looking poised to take their first game of the season, but only one of them can do it.
Yeah, Ventus, fun fact, neither of these teams have a win or a loss yet, so we're going to determine, someone's going to go above 500, someone's going to go below 500. Bold takes over here, I know, but honestly, I'm just glad we're back, man. I'm so excited. Like I said, Hypernova, we got Shadows, Wolfey, Vex, and coming out of the draft, I'm pretty sure I eyed this team. I was like, this is going to be a pretty good team. And we are remaking the lobby real quick, so you'll be in there in just a second. And now, like I said, Hypernova, I saw coming out of the draft. Wow, this team's really good. And you came in here, you're talking about the Bandits. And I was like, wait a minute, they have Ghost Bacon. That's my boy. And oh my goodness, they got Gary to carry. I don't think Gary to carry is gonna play, but I remember shouting out. He DM'd me during the draft, said shout him out so he can get drafted. So somehow we ended up on the Bandits, and so I don't know. Maybe there's a little soft spot in me that's rooting for this Bandits team to win. I really hope they can pull it through. But this Hypernova team, they are looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, Wolfie has been such a solid player for the Prospect League. Last season, he was really good. I mean, one of the top players for sure. And now I believe Shadows is new, and I'm not sure about Vex. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But they seem like a really strong team, and I'm really hoping that they can come out swinging. But I do favor the Bandits a little bit. Jonesy being the first overall pick in the draft, and they have Ghost Bacon. I mean, and then you have a name like Kakarot, who I have known absolutely nothing about. I believe he's new to Nemesis, but I mean, such a fire name. So, I mean, I feel like I have to root for Bandits here.
Yeah, Kakarot going absolutely ballistic. I can already tell. And I think we might be ready to hop right in. Ventus, before we do, if you want to go ahead and give me a prediction, you said you're favoring the Bandits. Um,
Yeah.
but you talked really good about Hypernova. What are you feeling?
Well, you see, I don't see Wolfie in the menu right here in spectating, so I feel like Hypernova is going to be without Wolfie tonight. It's going to definitely sway my prediction. I thought this was going to be a really close series, but I think Bandits are going to take it 3-1 now just because Wolfie, being that veteran presence, is not there.
Yeah, and so you say that you brought it to my attention. You said 3-1. I'm gonna one up you here. We're gonna a nice clean sweep. We're gonna go to bed on time. It's gonna be a nice easy day. We had the excitement earlier with the Titan League and Prospect. They're also very exciting usually, but today we're gonna keep it nice and calm. Ventus. We're gonna have a 3-game series. Bandits are gonna look really good. Ghost Bacon and Jonesy are gonna pop off, and it's gonna overall be great. As I think we are just about ready to hop right in here. So I got 3-0 Bandits. You got 3-1 Bandits. Ventus, I know, we're talking early season here. Out of these teams, you think you see some playoff runs happening? I know, like, we haven't even got the season started yet, but like, what? I think this Bandits team, they're the 2 seed in my mind already. So I want to see them pop off here. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, everybody's guess is as good as mine. I say things at the beginning of the season. I'm proven wrong time and time again, but time will see as we kick off game number 1. Hopefully, Vex and Chase will be able to step it up for Hypernova.
Hopefully they can. Here is now already Ghost Bacon with a long clear. No boost to work with, but a nice little fake never hurt nobody as Vex able to get a long clear down to Chase. Chase now looking for a play, but a good demo there. Jonesy over one. Jonesy with a nice control touch as well, trying to get it towards the backboard, but Shadows waiting there. Shadows with a nice long clear. That one going to go over to Tizzy. Tizzy with a touch towards the midfield. Ghost Bacon, another fake coming through. But Jonesy's going to pick that one up. A nice shot towards the left side. That one going to be awkwardly saved. Shadow's going to come in, clean that one up. Gets it around another one. Just one man back. Looking for the pass over to Vex. Vex back over to Shadows. Shadows with the shot. Ghost Bacon couldn't get there. And Shadows able to connect with Vex for the first goal of the game.
Yeah, who needs Wolfey when you have Vex, am I right? I mean, Vex a great pass back to Shadow. Shadow kind of facilitating that, taking the ball off of that awkward save originally in the orange half, or, well, the the Hypernova half. Sorry, I have default colors on. I need to change that. But Shadow, a great clear, a good pass to Vex. Vex, a good 1-2 back to Shadow. And, I mean, a great play to open up the scoring. And, I mean, usually when these teams score the first goal, they are poised to take the game. I believe 80% of games, at least in the RLCS, are won if the team scores the first goal. So, I mean, we're really hoping Hypernova can keep this lead. I mean, it might go against our predictions, but it's really there for the content.
Yeah, and you know what? What if they go up 2-0? This one is going to be a nice, easy lead here. But Shadows able to get a bump on the backboard on Jonesy. He's going to turn around and say, hey, Ghost Bacon, I'm not done with you either. And nice bump there. Shadows kind of doing it all here. Scored the first one and getting a huge 2-bump play there. And the second goal, obviously, Chase able to put in the open net, which is not as easy as it, seems. So now we got to see if the Bandits can answer back. Is this one going to be falling down? Tizzy has to make the touch, but Shadows able to get the first touch there. Jonesy flies way up high, and it's going to have one touch towards the corner. Shadows try to play that ball up. Ghost Bacon with the 50, but Shadows wins that one too. Tizzy with one nice control touch. Can he get a follow? No, it really is. Now Jonesy and Tizzy in the same spot. Chase is going to have a free save here. Tries to launch that one down to Shadows, who has no boost. So Ghost Bacon able to get a touch off the sidewall. Not able to get the double chase with a long clear. Tizzy with one touch. Can't get the follow. Shadows going to hit that one. Shadows looking for the shot. Not going to come through. But it's going to be a free clear there for Tizzy. Chase already back, though. Little awkward. Has to get one touch off the corner. That one going to be bouncing up high. It's going to be there for Vex. Vex with the long clear. Ghost Bacon. Easy control touch, nice save, and Ghost Bacon with the long clear. That one might just go straight in. Chase able to make the save, but Jonesy there for the follow-up. It's a great shot, but a better save coming out from Vex. Tizzy now towards the midfield, but Vex already there. They have a long clear. Ghost Bacon going to be there, get the beat on too, but some great defensive stops there. Save this from cutting the lead in half. Bandits, I thought they were going to steal a goal there, but instead, Hypernova hang on, and still a 2-0 lead here for them after some great defensive efforts.
Yeah, I mean, Bandits having 6 shots early now. After giving up those 2 goals, unfortunately not able to find the back of the net, but they did have a lot of midfield presence, and I continue to see where they're able to cut the play in the midfield and get more and more shots as we see one just off the crossbar from Jonesy. But Hypernova having the 2 goals, they are in the driver's seat. They can kind of just play how they want to. They have the lead. They can sit back and play defense for the entire game if they want to, but if they allow the Bandits to continuously pummel shots to the net, eventually one will go through.
That one not going to happen, though, as Chase gets a long, clear pass. Ghost Bacon, Tizzy was able to stop that one, though. Now he's looking for a pass in the midfield. Ghost Bacon not going to go for that one. Neither will Jonesy, as Vex had that clear. That ball, not a great touch there from Ghost, as Shadow's going to hit that one off the back wall. Now Jonesy taking a little bit of time. Tries to get it around one. Chase is still going to be there, though. Going to play it to himself on the sidewall. Chase with one touch. Can't get the follow. Vex is going to be there, though. Tries to get the beat. Ghost Bacon able to get the touch. Now Shadows looking for a pop-up high. Maybe looking for the bump now. Jonesy able to dodge, and Shadow's going to help him get that clear. Chase was there, though, but still Jonesy trying to get that counterattack going. Tizzy, little awkward. Shadows gets a cut around one. Jonesy couldn't get the demo, but no Shadows has no boost, which keeps on chasing, and Ghost Bacon now couldn't get a touches. That was a great pass over to Shadows. Vex now with the long clear. Shadows is there. Ghost Bacon going to just pop that ball really high. Chase kind of awkward now. Has to get a touch to the corner. He doesn't get it. Ghost Bacon, he pre-jumped, but he doesn't have the boost, but he still gets the shot with the late flip. I don't think Shadows was expecting that one. A little change-up got thrown in there and cut this lead in half. Bandits finally put one away.
Yeah, that's such a good play from Ghost Bacon. Even though he has 0 boost, he holds the flip until the very last second to throw his defender off guard, and then he's able to slot it perfectly using that flip, putting that one back in the net, cutting the lead down to just 1. And Hypernova, after the first minute of gameplay, they really have not had another shot on target. They are still sitting at 3 shots, 2 Bandits now 10. And as I say this, I might have just cast your bias first of the season, but Shadow's not able to get this one on target. But Chase is, and there we go. Hypernova break through the Bandits' midfield pressure and get one back to give it 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and what a double that was from Shadows. Ventus That was not something you see very often in a Prospect League. Probably won't see it in Charlie League either. That one was a really solid double to go ahead and extend this lead. Obviously, Chase was there to put away the pass from Shadows. Now Ghostbacon looking for a touch towards the sidewall. He's gonna just go over to Chase, but Jonesy stays calm and collected. Tries to get a cut around one, and he does. Vex doesn't challenge that first ball. Goes for the second one. That ball bouncing kind of awkward. That's one off the ceiling. Tizzy gonna go for the touch towards the back ball himself. Maybe looking for a pass. Gets a reset. Doesn't actually get the reset though, and instead just gets a bump. Jonesy now. Last man back. Chase with the double off the side or off the ground. That one. Gonna just waste some more time here, and with 17 seconds left, you've got to make a play happen here if you're Bandits. Tizzy now trying to make that happen. Got a couple extra touches that Jonesy was not expecting. Ghostbacon now with a long clear. That one to the corner. Shadows going to try to be there. It's going to be Tizzy there first, but that's just going to be time running out. Ghostbacon going to go ahead and drop that one. Go on to game number 2. Being very professional about it. Not even going for a go ahead and it's a gimme goal, but instead he sends that ball straight down. Bandits lose 3-1. Hypernova with a very solid performance here. I was really impressed with Shadow and Chase on the defensive end, man. 5 saves for Chase, but Shadows, I think, he was all over the place.
Yeah, Shadows is definitely that X factor for them. A very good first man. He paved the way with a lot of the clears and putting pressure on the Bandits half when Hypernova really didn't have much going for them, especially in the midfield. He was just able to do so much on the ball. He had a great bump there to cause the second goal from Hypernova. And I mean, Chase, what an absolute great game for him. 2 goals, 5 saves. Even though Hypernova was on the defensive side of the ball for most of the game, they were still able to not only take the game, but I mean, a 3-1 game is a pretty good dominant fashion for the Hypernova. And so if I'm the Bandits, I really got to come out aggressive this game. They did outshoot, I believe it was like 10-4 in that last game. So I'm really hoping that Bandits come out, get the pressure early on, and take the early goal just to give themselves a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I think, Bandits, they're a team that can play from behind, and they can try to make a comeback like that, but I think they're more suited, try to get an early lead with their pressure and sort of mount that on. But on the other side, I think, Hypernova had that lead early, and I think that really helped them as Jonesy was looking for a crazy redirect. Chase is super patient in net, which is, I think, a very underrated thing to have on your team, as Chase also gets a huge pinch. Shadow, there's no way you're reading that one, but even Chase is going to be there for you anyway. Not able to get the shot on target, though. But Hypernova, they got him. I feel like they always have to be ahead. If they're ahead, I think they're a really strong team. From what I've seen so far, obviously it's only been one game, but I think if this Bandits team can get an early goal, not go down 2-0, they can really start mounting some pressure. But right now, it is all Hypernova, as Tizzy trying to get a touch to the sidewall, able to get the boost in. No touch there from Vex, as now Tizzy looks for a pass over to Jonesy, but had that one read with Shadows. She couldn't get the double, but Ghostbacon with the great first touch. Can he get the other one over Vex? The shot there, not going to go through. Oh, but a little bit of help from Shadows never bothered Jonesy, as he go ahead and thanks Shadows for the goal.
Yeah, I felt like Hypernova had a lot of pressure against the Bandits, but the Bandits able to hold on, have good defensive rotations, get the good clear, great first touch by Ghostbacon, and that really caused the defense of Hypernova to panic. They had to make a beautiful save. They weren't able to put that one off the post in time, and it fell into the back of their net. Bandits do take the game 2 lead, and I mean, I talked about the first goal being the most important, but it might not be this game, as Shadow's able to get back to this one and even the scoring.
Yeah, and a huge bumps there from Chase. And I think I've seen a couple times now where I think Hypernova is a super physical team, and I just don't think the Bandits were expecting it. I feel like they leave either their last man back or their second man just not ready for their third man to be bumped. Instead, it's all Ghostbacon there, as that one would have been an insane double touch. Instead, it's going to be a long clear, and the physical game really helping out Hypernova so far this series, as another bump comes through. Vex now going for the bump himself, but Tizzy patient enough, gets a nice high pop, but it's going to be a free pass from Ghostbacon down to Shadows. Shadows with the fake. Chase with the fake as well. Vex, he's going to be the first one there. Tries to get the slow pop over Ghostbacon, but instead Ghostbacon able to get the 50 and a triple commit there. Gives Shadows all the time in the world. Shadows going for one touch off the backboard. That one going to go straight to Jonesy. No touch though. Chase Keeps that ball in the Hypernova half. Ghost Bacon now able to get a nice flying clear, but Vex able to get one touch. Jonesy able to follow that. Shadows with a nice touch. Ghost Bacon now looking for the shot. That one going to be on target, and it's going to go in. Ghost Bacon just able to sneak it in near post, and I think, Chase just had no boost rotating back, so good open shot there from Ghost Bacon. Way to put it away.
Yeah, that's a great shot off the wall. He's dealing with a defender in his face, a defender almost back in time, and he has to slot it perfectly against that right post. He does so with absolute precision, and Bandits 2-1 lead, desperately needing to get back into the, well, not desperately, but they need to get back into the series. They're down 1-0 right now, but they have shown a lot of promise, making Hypernova sweat and really forcing them into bad positions that they didn't have to go into in game one. And it's much more like the Bandits I kind of expect to see. And I mean, it's gonna turn into a great series.
Now, it might, like I said, it's gonna turn into a great series, but I want to see Hypernova answer back like Shadows did earlier. So far, Hypernova still only one goal, trying to make it two here. That pass from Chase not able to get through. Vex, who's been relatively quiet so far this series, tries to make something happen there. Instead, Shadows getting that one over to Tizzy. Tizzy was trying to find Ghost Bacon, but Chase got in the way there. Vex and Shadows are both up, and I think both tried to call off the ball. Instead, it's going to be a long clear from Tizzy. A Ghost Bacon demo. Jonesy with the long clear as well. There's someone in the midfield. It's Tizzy. No shot coming through, though. The play was there for the Bandits, but instead, it is just a 50 for Chase and Ghost Bacon. Now, Shadows with a touch up the wall. A little bit of boost, not a whole lot. Trying to get one extra touch, not able to make it happen, though, so Jonesy with a nice high clear. Chase not able to get a touch on the ball. Vex, last man back. Vex, one touch. Shadows is looking for the bump, but instead, it's going to be Ghost Bacon finding Jonesy and Chase with the save. Tizzy now looking for the pass back towards the midfield. No one's going to be there. Chase with the long clear. Ghost Bacon trying to get the 50 on him, but Chase wins that one. Vex gets beat there by Jonesy, but no real shot coming through here for the Bandits, but still, the midfield pressure here for the Bandits is super high, and they are just looking to, they're like sharks in bloody water. They are sniffing for any goal opportunity they can, but still, Hypernova holding on. 45 seconds remaining here. Tizzy with a flip reset. That's over one. Ghost Bacon going for the double touch. Oh, I think it was a team bump. No, it was a backflip, but still, Ghost Bacon not able to put it on. Jonesy now, not able to get the touch. Vex trying to get the clear. Shadows, it's going to be, but instead, it's Chase losing the 50. Jonesy not able to get a touch. Ghost Bacon looking for the shot. Ghost Bacon with the fake. Tizzy shot goes high, and all these opportunities are getting wasted for the Bandits. Hypernova still no real counterattack opportunity. They just don't have the boost for it. 18 seconds remaining. Now, a good 50 there, but it's going to be Tizzy getting a long clear down to Jonesy. Jonesy looking for the double. That shot going to go high. It's going to be Vex towards the sidewall. Vex gets his boost taken. Still a little bit to work with. Looking for one more touch. That one's bouncing mid. No! Shadows was not quite ready for it. Still one last opportunity. Chase now looking for the pass mid, but that wall is just going to fall, and Bandits are going to win game number 2 here. Whew, Ventus, it would look like Bandits could have put a nail in the coffin every time, but Hypernova, they kept fighting. Weren't able to get the win, but still a very close game here, and honestly, it's hard to tell these two teams apart. It just, like, I don't know who's going to win the next game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, a really scrappy game from both sides. Bandits really holding the midfield down very well. Hypernova having some great saves on defense as well as some great offensive opportunities. But you were talking about Bandits, this pressure that they've been able to mount, especially being in that midfield. It seems like they're always there waiting for the clear, always there to intercept the clear out from, or the dribble out from Hypernova. And they're really shutting down Shadows. He hasn't been able to go for many of these solo plays where he's had free range in game one, and it really made the difference there. Hypernova weren't able to get much offense going as they were able to last game, and Bandits just shut down all the opportunities. They looked really, really strong.
I said we're going to get a 3-0. That obviously has not happened. My prediction was wrong after game one, but I just, if it was a 3-0 the other way, I would not have complained. Instead, Ventus, I hate to say it, we're going to 5. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And it's going to start here with game number 3 as Ghost Bacon not able to get a good touch. Shadows is going to leave that ball floating. Oh, Tizzy just able to hit it off his own crossbar. Get that save. Jonesy now with the pinch. Vex already there. Vex with a nice touch off the backboard. Tizzy able to get a clear off of it as well. But a huge shot there from Shadows. Wow, that was a screamer. Chase going to try to put that one away. And Chase is just there at the right times, at the right moments, putting the right shots on target. and a 1-0 lead here for Hypernova.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there from Shadows, being ready in the midfield and just able to get a really good shot on net from an inopportune angle where he approached the ball. And it really forced Jonesy on defense to make a tough save. And that save allowed Chase just a free net. Well, not exactly free. He had to place it pretty well, if I do say so. But Hypernova going up one goal early. They have not thrown a lead. We'll see if they are able to continue that statement for this game. Bandits are going to look to be aggressive, though.
Yeah, Bandits, they're trying to break the curse of first to score loses or wins. Yeah, first to score wins. As Bandits now looking for a play, and Jonesy gets a bump, gets a pass from Tizzy, gets a slot into the top shelf of a great play here from Jonesy and Tizzy.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was necessarily intentional from Jonesy. It seems like he just turned into Shadow and absolutely blasted him to Mars. And then he's going to take the free pass from Tizzy and put that one straight in the back of the net, following right behind where he bumped Shadow. And a good play from Bandits. They even up the scoring very early on. There's still a lot of time to play, a lot of distance for this game to go. And Bandits
Oh,
look like they're poised to do just that. Ghost making a great reset, turning that into another goal for the Bandits. I mean, they only have 2 shots, but when they score 2 goals out of it, it doesn't matter.
oh my goodness, this is why I glaze Ghost Bacon. He is him whenever he's on the ball, and a flip reset right there, just showing his prowess. As now Bandits have flipped the script very quickly. Only a minute gone, 3 goals already scored, looking like another one could be on the way, but it might be for the Bandits. That counterattack could have been lethal. Jonesy not able to get the shot, but the Ghost Bacon might. Vex has to get the save over to the corner, and he does. Jonesy is there, though, trying to find a touch. Chase with a nice high pop. Tizzy up in the air, jumping at who knows what, but Vex is going to get a touch, and Ghost Bacon now. Last man back, a little awkward, trying to get it around 1. A nice pop, but it's going to be Jonesy with the clear. Chase trying to continue this pressure here for Hypernova, who suddenly find themselves down. They blinked, and they are losing, and they might be down by 2. Shadows just able to get there in time for the save, but a great pinch there from Jonesy. Ghost Bacon and Jonesy both in the corner, though. Could be a little dangerous. Trying to get that ball cleared, but Jonesy stops him. Does get demoed for his efforts, though, as now Tizzy trying to get a pass mid, just could not get it off the corner, but instead it's going to bounce mid from Ghost Bacon. The shot's there. Vex no boost. Oh my goodness, Tizzy, he was rotating back, he cut across, and he was able to put that one away. A 3-1 lead here for the Bandits.
Yeah, I mean, Tizzy had a great play there. Also, earlier, this is a little mechanics thing. He just chain dashed down to the Hypernova half with low boost, was able to get 2 beats because of it, and absolutely started that entire pressure process where they're able to pin the Hypernova in their half. And that's when mechanics really come into play there, as he's able to outspeed everybody and maintain no boost, and he doesn't need it when he's able to just do that so well. It's something I did not expect to see coming from a prospect player, but it looked very clean. It was very well done. It helped immensely in that goal scoring participation.
Yeah, and halfway through this game now, it is Bandits that have kind of just taken control after that first goal here, and I think it's off the back of Tizzy. I mean, like I've been saying Ghost Bacon's name, I've been saying Jonesy's name, but Tizzy's always there. Just making the good plays, making the good plays happen, trying to make a great play happen here. That one, a good 50. The ball's just kind of floating in front of the Hypernova goal, but still no goal for the Bandits as Jonesy gets a long clear. That one kind of awkward. Shadows with the save, but Ghost Bacon pops that one high. Tizzy gonna put that one away. I call his name, and he calls me right back. As Tizzy able to put that one away. Go up 4-1 here.
Yeah, it's a good pass from Ghost Bacon, able to pop that one up to the backboard, get the beat on that defender from Hypernova as well, force out more of the resources that Hypernova desperately were trying to hold on to. They didn't have much boost, and Tizzy putting the absolute dagger in. They're flipping the script that the first goal wins the game. They're up 4-1 right now. There is still 2 minutes. They were able to score just 3 in 2 minutes as well. So maybe Hypernova will be able to get 3 back. But with the way the Bandits are playing, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's looking unlikely.
Looking unlikely, but not impossible. Shadows, I think, is a good enough player to make a lot of things happen here. So he's trying to find a mid pass. Instead, he's just gonna find Jonesy. This Chase is sitting on the backboard waiting for that one. minutes and a half remaining. It's going to be tough here. Ghost Bacon was looking for a shot there, not going to come through. Shadow's going to get demoed. Or, sorry, gets a demo onto Jonesy. And a little bit of space here for Vex, who gets a good 50, but that ball just to the spawning Jonesy. Chase with one touch. Tizzy going to be there to follow it up, and Shadows couldn't get the follow. But Tizzy with the 50, and Tizzy with the Hattie. That one going to go in the back of the net. 5-1 here, and Bandits have kind of just put a statement out.
And Tizzy really making his name known, able to get the pop past one, get the 50 dunk past the second, put it in the back of the net. 3 goals. You talked about the hat trick for him. And, I mean, this Bandit squad, absolutely decimation on the offensive side of the ball. They are relentless as Ghost Bacon looking for another one here. That one just off the post. They're looking for their 6th goal, but unfortunately not able to get it. But Bandits looking so strong once again. They're able to take game 2 pretty dominantly. Game 3 looks just to be the same way, as Hypernova need to get some offense started, as they are being outshot 11 to... It was 5 when I looked at it, but now it's 7.
Yeah, and now it's... I mean, they're at 7 shots, but it's like, are they quality shots? Not really. Only 3 saves here for the Bandits, and the Bandits just have... they almost have 12 shots in comparison. They are also scoring at almost 50% rate. So they are just, I feel like, creating better opportunities, stopping the Hypernova opportunities very well. The passes, the bumps, the solo plays, all of it is coming through here for the Bandits. And now, with 5 seconds remaining, obviously this one in the books, might as well, we could have wrapped it up an hour ago, to be honest, but this one going to go in the books, and it's a best of 5. It's not a best of 1. It's not a best of 3. Bandits go up 2-1 here, Ventus, but Hypernova can bounce back. And guess what the next map is, Ventus?
I have no clue.
Wow.
What's
That's
the next
crazy.
map?
It's Forbidden Temple. It's Forbidden Temple. And you know what happens on Forbidden
Oh,
Temple?
right.
Some
Crazy
crazy things.
things. Crazy
Crazy things
things.
happen.
I had a mental lapse there, Flip. You gotta. I'm not used to the new season starting. I'm a little rusty from my knowledge, but
Mhm.
no, Hypernova really need to come out early again. They did have the first goal, but they have to continue the pressure. We saw them get their first goal and then just take their foot off the gas and just let Bandits take away the game from them. And they really need to continue the pressure. I'm really looking for Shadows to create those opportunities. I'm looking for Chase to have that good midfield presence where he's able to take the ball and play great defense. And I'm really looking for Vex to step it up. I've talked about Shadow and Chase both frequently and how good they were, but Vex has kind of not been talked about much, and I think it's been showing that he's a little bit lackluster compared to these other two. Maybe that's the difference between having Wolfey there and him not being here today, is that veteran presence to help them along. But really, we gotta hope for Hypernova to come back. We won a game 5, but I'll take a game 4, and that makes my prediction correct.
Now, can your prediction be correct, or are we gonna go to Game 5 here? Vex looking for the pass mid, but Ghost Bacon just had the touch there. That one, though, gonna go ahead, get cleared away. It's still a dangerous position here for the Bandits. I feel like they always start just a little slow. Hypernova, if there's a time to strike, it is now. The iron's hot. Chase, the goal was there, but no shot coming through. Vex now, looking for a bang. That one, gonna find Chase on the backboard. Chase could pop that one up high. Could have been a crazy play, but Jonesy stayed grounded on the wall and able to get the clear. Vex gets that hit over him, and Ghost Bacon gets it around another, and Ghost Bacon says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that one home." And it was Bandits on defense this whole time. Ventus in immediate counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of the things you have to look out for. You overcommit, you hard commit as your third man, and you overcommit with your first and second man, leaves you very vulnerable to a dribble play like that. Ghost Bacon played that extremely well, but it's going to be absolutely negated off of this kickoff goal. Chase able to put that one back in the net, and even though he had a very risky challenge to give up that first goal to the Bandits, he's going to make up for it very nicely with that goal right there, tying the score. There's still 4 minutes left to play, and anything can happen in Forbidden Temple.
Yep, anything can happen in Forbidden Temple, including a Ghost Bacon redirect. Ooh, it would have been great. But instead, it's not going to come through. Shadows with the save. Shadows not getting the clear that he wanted. I think he wanted a ceiling pinch, Marco shot, if you will. But instead, That one not going to come through as Chase now looking for the long clear, and he finds it. But Tizzy is the one who's going to be on the receiving end. Shadow says, you might get the touch, but you're not going to get much more than that. As a demo comes through, and Jonesy says the same thing to Vex. Ghostbacon now says, fine, I'll take control. I'll try to get it clear. Chase shuts that one down. Shadows quickly on top of that one, and a little awkward play here. Chase's shot not going to go in. He can hit that on target anywhere, but he just puts it a little too wide. Vex now, he got the touch, but Ghostbacon with the dunk. Shadow's a little awkward. Nice light touch, trying to get the follow. Tizzy able to get the dunk, though. A nice bang there from Chase. Jonesy kind of awkward, but Jonesy with a beautiful touch there off his own backboard. A good read. Vex with a good 50. Vex looking for another good 50. Jonesy kind of awkward, pops that ball up. Chase with a shot. It's going to hit the backboard. Ghostbacon able to get the clear. Shadows racing him down. Ghostbacon, a little bit of time, a little bit of boost, not a whole lot, but he's still able to make a play happen in a combination there of Chase and Vex able to get that ball cleared. Tizzy, a little awkward, but still able to get a good 50. Jonesy now, faking him out, faking me out. Chase says, I want none of it. I want the goal. That's in the back of your net, buddy. Who are you faking? Because it's not Chase.
Yeah, I really like the taking possession there, but his touch after that taking possession was way too hard. It allows Chase to absolutely pounce on that available space and get that ball before Jonesy was able to. And unfortunately, when you take control like that as last man, your teammates have not rotated back yet. They were still trying to get back. They weren't able to do so and make a save on that ball. A great play from Chase, but a little bit of a misplay from Jonesy. Again, I really like the idea of taking control. He got the fake on him to gain that possession, but then his touch was just a little bit lackluster and he wasn't able to do anything with it.
Good idea, poor execution. Happens to the best of us. Happens to me a lot. As now, Ghostbacon able to get the clear off of Chase's touch. Ghostbacon look for the pass over to Jonesy. Jonesy hit it back to him. No, Jonesy's instead going to try for the shot. That one going to hit off the ball, back wall really high. And Tizzy couldn't get a pass or a shot on target. Now Shadows in the air. 70 boost to work with. Looks for the immediate pass over to Chase. Ghostbacon had that one read and ready. As Tizzy now with the touch down to Ghostbacon. Ghostbacon off the corner. That one going to just hit back over to Shadows as Jonesy playing far enough back to read it and look for the shot off of the clear, but instead it's going to be Shadows with the save. Shadow touch off the ceiling. Looking for the 50 as well, but Ghostbacon going to take that one to the ground. Trying to get a 50 on Chase, but Chase hits it around one. Jonesy, a little awkward. Still had some boost to work with and still gets a good 50, but Chase was doing a lot there with a little. As now Vex trying to make a play happen here, trying to call his name as Ghostbacon tries to get a touch, but Shadow's already on top of it. That ball bouncing super dangerously. Guess who's there? It's Chase getting his hat trick.
Yeah, and it seems like we've really found a 1-2 duo with Shadows and Chase. Shadows really paving the way, getting the bumps, getting the beats on players in the Bandits half, and then Chase playing cleanup duty, putting great shots on net, and, I mean, playing great midfield presence as well. I'm really looking for Vex to keep stepping it up as their third man, but if you don't have to play defense with Chase and Shadows playing so well, then I'm not too worried about it because Hypernova look great right now. They look poised to force a Game 5, but you never know what could happen in this last minute. Chase might get a goal here. He's not going to be able to do so, and the Bandits are able to clear it out of their half for a short period of time.
Yeah, it's not a good touch there from Ghostbacon, but Jones able to clean that one up immediately. A little awkward double coming here, but Shadows, who I feel like can just kind of take control as he gets the demo there. Sadly, he also got demoed in the process, so he wasn't able to follow it for a goal. But there's just sometimes where I see Shadow on the ball, like, oh yeah, that's Shadow's ball. You know, it's just, you know, he's just there. He's quick, he's fast, and he's confident. He goes for the balls that he knows he should go for, and he's trying to find a redirect right there, but instead Jonesy's able to get a save. Jonesy with the touch around one. Jonesy now trying to find a pass, maybe a solo play. A bad 50 there, bounces that ball straight mid. Ghostbacon and Vex combined midair for that 50, and Shadows now 1v2 here. Maybe looking for a pass, but instead just plays a 50 and wastes even more time off the clock. I'm going to play that one off the back wall. A little awkward chase. He didn't want that one. That one, it was just a little too easy, and they're already up by 2. He just wants to waste some more time. Send us to Game 5 here. That ball going to hit the ground. Going to send us to Game 5. Hypernova win this one in pretty convincing fashion as well. And, you know, it's just a back and forth. It's a slugfest here. And Hypernova, maybe they can take the knockout shot next time. I mean, someone's got to do it. We're going to Game 5, and it is time for another Game 5, man, already. Like, it's only stream day 1. We already have 2 Game 5s, Ventus. And, you know, you can't ask for more on stream.
Yeah, I must have misread the script there that we were gonna win in game four, or the Bandits were gonna win in game four. My prediction was gonna be correct, but I turned the page. It looks like game five is what the script says. So Hypernova doing a great job just to force game five. They looked so good today this game, and the Bandits now really in a precarious spot. They didn't look very good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They kept getting cut down in the midfield by Chase and Shadows, being this very dangerous duo, and their solo plays hadn't worked out so far this game. And so I'm wondering if they're going to try to change anything up, if they're going to continue and play the way they were that allowed them to win 2 games, or if they're going to change things and try to go for more passing plays, or maybe not so much of the solo play side and just trying to bait out the Hypernova squad. But either way, game five, the only thing that could be better than this is an overtime.
Game five overtime. That's a doable thing. Um, I think it is going to be a nice bounce back here for Ghost Bacon and Jonesy and Tizzy as well. Ghost Bacon already proved me wrong. Sorry for saying anything, as Tizzy's able to get a great 50 there. That one's super awkward. Tizzy with one great touch. Doesn't have the boost to get a follow up, but Chase still awkward. Gets a great touch out the backward, lands on the backward, able to follow it. Oh, he was going for the ground pinch too. If Chase was able to make that play happen, Ventus, that's just not something you see in prospect. Like, that's just a really solid play there. But still, I love the idea there from Chase, but a great clear here from Jonesy. Trying to go for the bump on Chase as well. Chase as last man. Able to get a 50 over towards, that was Vex. His Shadows was downfield. Vex with the shot. Vex with the goal. Oh, baby, he's on the board. Vex, tired of not getting his name called. Able to switch to the Finnick, make some plays happen here, and a great shot here to the... Oh, man, what a beautiful shot there to the right side.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly placed. You have a defender all in your face. That's the only spot available to be shot at, and Vex placing it perfectly off the bounce. And I mean, Hypernova just starting off once again on the strong foot. Chase a great save once again, holding down the defense for this Hypernova squad. Bandits really struggling to get much going, with Chase just really shutting them down on defense. Bandits really gotta look to get some aggression going. They need the midfield presence back, and they need to get some more beats in the midfield. I feel like they slowed down a little bit. Jonesy with a close redirect there, not able to find the shot on net, and once again the ball is going to be falling back into the Bandits half. We see this very frequently. Hypernova, when they gain the pressure, they are able to just hold on for the rest of the game. You do not want them to get a lead very far into this game number 5, especially if you want to force OT, if you want to take it for the Bandits, but Hypernova need to show that they can hold on.
And you know what? Holding on is one thing that they, I feel like they're good at. Like, the Chase on defense, I'll trust Chase on defense in any prospect game. You kidding me? This man has been locked down as he's going to get a save right here. Not the best touch, though. That ball's going to bounce mid, but Vex could have had a banger shot, but instead it's just still a great clear as Chase now taking his time, gets a fake around one. Chase with a pass around another. Oh my goodness, Vex was there for the shot, but a great save there from Jonesy. Shadows now looking for the double off the corner. Tizzy able to get the save. Trying to get a double himself. Vex with a nice touch. That one a little awkward there for Jonesy. Still able to make the epic save as Ghost Bacon with the 50 on Chase. Jonesy looking for Ghost Bacon downfield. Ghost Bacon with a nice touch. Vex a little awkward. Still able to make one touch. Ghost Bacon with a little control. A little bit of boost. Oh, a nice pass. Tizzy's there. Oh, and it sneaks in. Chase had the save, but it wasn't enough in a 1-1 game here. Halfway through. Oh my goodness. Ventus, we got a game.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there from Ghost Bacon. Able to get the beat on 2 players. Teeing that one up for Tizzy, and a great, shot, save, into post, double top for Tizzy. It doesn't matter how the ball goes in the net as long as it goes in the net. A good equalizer for the Bandits. A good statement that they're not out yet. They are still in this game. They were able to close the shooting difference from Hypernova that they had gained earlier in this in game number 5. They're now out shooting 5-3. They're starting to gain their midfield presence back. It's going to be very dangerous for Hypernova going forward.
Yep, and I feel like the Bandits team, all 5 of these games, I feel like they're like Reggie Gigas. They just got the slow start ability. They don't start heating up until it's necessary. And maybe Vex has that too because this man has decided to pop off here in game number 5. And when it comes down to clutch time, you need a player like this who just steps up with what a shot.
Yeah, I mean that's again perfectly placed. I don't think you could place that ball any better than Vex was able to do, and he really has stood out. Shadow's not really having as much of a game, but he doesn't need to. When you can have players on your team step up like Vex is right now, it doesn't matter who pops off in which game, as long as you get the win. There is almost a goal comes out from Bandits to equalize the scoring once again. But Hypernova hold on, continuously showing the resilience that they have on the defensive side of the ball. Chase having 4 saves once again already, and I mean this is just such a great game.
Jonesy has to get a save there. That one also going to bounce straight back to him. Jonesy has an opportunity here with a nice touch. We're going for the double, but it's going to be Vex scoring his hat trick. Psych, I lied. That's your own nets. That one going to be the equalizer here, and a minute 18 remaining. It's a great shot from Jonesy. Vex just a little out of position. Wasn't quite ready for it. So, I mean, you can't really blame him. He last man back. One more you can do. But he did put that one away, and he almost had a hat trick.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfectly placed. I can say that. He's had 3 perfectly placed shots so far this game. Unfortunately, just one of them seemed to be on his own net. And, I mean, you can't really blame him. You were talking about how he was last back in an awkward spot. He had a player chasing him for a bump. And, I mean, there are a bunch of factors that made it so he couldn't get there in time. But that doesn't matter. All that matters now is that the score is even 2-2 with just under 1 minute remaining. Chase trying to bring this ball into the Bandits' net, but a triple or a double commit. Sorry, all 3 players committed for Hypernova. No. This might be a counterattack, but the ball bounces out very nicely in just 30 seconds remaining. Both teams look like they want to win this game, but only one is going to be able to do it.
And we might just have an overtime brewing. Vex looking for the backboard pass. Shadows is going to be there. A double commit here from the Bandits still. Able to win that 50, so no harm, no foul yet. Chase diving in. Chase looking for the pass to Shadows, and he's there with the pre-flip shot. Shadows quiet all game, buying his time. Doesn't make a sound until it's time to strike. Barely able to get a shot there, but the connection, the duo was able to make it happen. And with 16 seconds left, we have barely any time to decide the winner here. This one gonna be a nail biter. Jonesy looking for the shot off the backboard. Vex with a great touch off the backboard. Thought that one is going to go over his head. A defensive stand here. Shadows maybe looking for the last shot. It's going to go in. That's the nail in the coffin. Hypernova able to put this one away, Ventus. And 2 great goals here from Shadow. After a quiet game 5, he puts this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic way to end the series. Back and forth the entire time. Bandits had pressure. Hypernova had pressure. And, I mean, it really came down to Vex stepping up for this Hypernova squad. Chase has been playing phenomenally all series. Shadow has been very good all series, even when we thought he was being a little quiet. Then he just pops off, scores 2 goals. Hypernova, beautiful showing. It seems like they did not need Wolfey after all. I'm not sure if... I saw him in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if this was a decision that the team made, that those 3 are the starters going forward, or if Wolfey just couldn't make it to this game. But, I mean, either way, these teams look like 2 of the top Prospect League teams. And even though Bandits are going to start out 0-1 record, they... Honestly, if I'm another Prospect League team and I'm watching this, I'm a little bit worried about how they were playing anyways.
Yeah, and I think, Bandits got a couple things to work out. I think specifically defensive double commits, I think there were too many. But, like, whenever they had a counterattack going, it was instant. It was quick. But obviously, then, we do have a very solid... 2 prospects, very solid prospect teams, but instead it is just going to be a nice quality win here for the Hypernova, and so that's going to do it here for us tonight. And shout out to anybody that subbed tonight. Thank you guys. Real quick, if you want to go ahead. Oh, yeah, we got our premium subscribers as well. We got to shout them out. And novice here, we have Ruby, Sub-Zero, Yerks. Challengers here, we got Crow, Terra, Dissa, Flame Intruder, and Wiggle. And obviously in the Titan tier, we got Fenrir, Jax, Parker, and Speed. Really, shout out to you guys. You guys, we can't do this without you, so appreciate it. Shout out to Rockerman for streaming. Ventus, thanks for joining me in the booth, man. It was a great day one. And shout out to all the players for putting on a great performance.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a much better night. We had 2 game 5s, some crazy upsets, some sub ups from the novice league. It looks like that's what Ghost Bacon was saying. And I mean, overall, just a great way to start out Nemesis season 13. I'm so excited for Wednesday's matchups. Hopefully, I'll be back in the booth. Hopefully, you'll be back in the booth, and you guys will see us shortly. But it's gonna wrap us up for tonight. It looks like Flip not really agreeing that he's going to be in the booth Wednesday.
I won't be here. I won't be here. But, I know it's going to be great either way. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. I know Rockman's got a JOB to get to. I won't say that word. And so now we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for joining us. Join us back on Wednesday at the same 8 EST start time, and we'll be back for 3 more amazing Nemesis League games. It is just game day 1. We're just getting started, but we will be back later. Doses!